Hey everyone, it's Carissa Wiley at sprinkledwithglitter.com. Thanks for joining me today. Today I am sharing a simple yet striking card, and I'm going to talk to you about how I go about layering elements to create a beautiful design. Many of you have asked how I kind of go about this, and so I thought I would share a couple of tips. All of the hot foil plates and the dies that I'm using today are from Erin Creative, and that jumbo Monstera is like one of my favorites. It was out of stock, and so I talked to Erin and she brought it back into the shop. So if you want it, go pick it up now because it's sure to sell out. It has some great dimension built into the die. So I'm starting out with this high sentiment. It's kind of a swirly design, and I'm going to hot foil this onto some Concord and 9th white cardstock using the champagne glimmer foil, and I'm using my glimmer hot foil system. I'm not doing anything special on the foiling here. I have lots of foiling videos on my channel. So if you're looking for tips and tricks on foiling, I will link a video in the upper right-hand corner right now for you. So as I'm working through all of the hot foiling and the die cutting, I wanted to talk to you about the kind of basic elements that make up layering for me. And the first element that makes up part of the layering process is kind of a base piece or shape. Now in today's card, I'm using that rattan arch to create kind of my base. This is my landing point. A lot of times I'll use a circle or a basic shape for this, but it kind of creates the groundwork for the layering elements. Now I also usually include some sort of sentiment, some sort of imagery piece, and then some sort of strip. And you'll notice that when I do my layering, I allow it to kind of go outside of the bounds of that base piece. So you're going to see me kind of put this together, and hopefully all of this will make sense to you. So I have my base piece there, that rattan arch. I have my imagery piece, which is my Monstera leaf. I'm making a strip element here with some colored cardstock, and that's serving two purposes in this layering grouping. It's adding some color, and it's also creating that strip element that I like to kind of add in. Sometimes my strip element is a sentiment. Today, it's just some colored cardstock. Now, sometimes in my layering recipe, my imagery piece, like this Monstera leaf here, is not quite as large. So I may use 2 or 3 smaller pieces to kind of create that focal point. But nevertheless, if you look back at all of my layering, I feel like they all have these basic 4 elements. So there's a base piece, an image piece, a sentiment piece, and some sort of strip piece. And it goes outside of the bounds of that base piece. So I'm going to start putting this all together. I have stacked up 3 layers of this high die cut behind that foiled piece, and I am gluing that onto this colored cardstock strip. I have adhered my jumbo Monstera leaf to that rattan arch, and then I've added some foam adhesive behind this strip and sentiment piece. And when I'm placing this on top of it, I'm kind of creating a central focal point in that large jumbo Monstera die cut. Now, once I get this all adhered together, I'm going to take the whole thing and I'm going to add it to a piece of lemongrass cardstock that I've die cut with some Spellbinders A2 layering dies. And I added a panel of foam adhesive behind that and adhered it onto an antique ivory card base. Now I'm going to add, of course, a few little sparkles here and there with my favorite embellishment ever. The sparkling clear sequins and confetti from Pretty Pink Posh have had my heart for years and I am not over them yet. So I'm just adhering them on with a little Barely Art glue and my dual-tipped embellishment tool from Pink Fresh Studio. So there you have it, a simple yet stunning card with layered elements and all of my best tips and tricks for creating a layered element piece. Many of you have asked about it, and that's how I can concisely put it for you. Those 4 main elements kind of all grouped together, a little bit of sparkle, and you have yourself a wonderful card project. Now, as always, I will have links to the featured products used in this project in the description at YouTube, so if you're looking for something in particular, be sure you check there. Or you can head on over to my blog at sprinkledwithglitter.com. I'll have that linked below as well. Over there, you'll find more still shots, more information, and a complete list of supplies. As always, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this project, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications here so you don't miss any of my paper crafting and card making video tutorials. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day.